Wait, yeah. All right, welcome to episode 2 of The Flame. I'm your host, Jeremy, aka Heat Culture. I'm here with a team member of mine, Sahil Morales. Sahil, what's up, buddy?
What's up, man? I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Just I don't know how long I'll be doing well enough as we go through the season because last game was another usual Heat type of game. We got Butler, who mentally, to me, it was not there, just 13 points.
Yeah.
Caleb, 14. We had like six guys in double figures. Juice came through, but what didn't come through were our turnovers at 23 to their 14. What do you think about that?
I don't know if that's expected. I don't think that was expected. 23 is a pretty obscene number to have with or without Bam. Um, when you come into this game, you think, okay, Bam's out. Toronto's large, they're lengthy, so size, that's going to be the main
Yeah.
issue, which was an issue, but we didn't really think that on the offensive end we would struggle this much. I think in the first half we were looking pretty good. The ball was moving well. I think Jovic being there in the middle, catching the ball, making those passes looked pretty good. Honestly, I thought it would be really bad. I thought maybe that's why we had a lot of turnovers, but I don't think it was that. I think it had a lot to do with some poor whistles. I will say,
Yes.
to say it nicely. I think there were a lot of weird travel calls. I think that's been a point of emphasis for the refs this year, like those travels with the pivot foot kind of sliding and getting lifted up. Um, I think they've just kind of overcompensating for that in this game. But yeah, I think it was a pretty brutal effort on the offensive end.
I mean, I'm looking at the stat sheet right now. The only positive is that the Heat shot better field goal at 54%, and we shot better three-pointers at 37%. But
Exactly.
obviously, that didn't do much for the score. I mean, this was a tale of two halves. The first half, the game seemed like it was going all on our side, and then halftime happened, and then the third quarter struck again,
Mm-hmm.
and we all know what happens in third quarter. In the third quarter, we all know what happens. The team makes a run, we commit silly turnovers, we get fouls called on us constantly, and just it definitely changes the whole momentum of the game.
Absolutely, absolutely. That third quarter is really what gets us in a lot of these games.
hmm And I just want to bring up real quick the standings. The Heat are currently 7-8 after last night's loss. We are 10th seed, and this was another. I didn't expect us to have this much of a slow start because the first eight we have Celtics, Bucks, Hawks, Cavs, Raptors, Pacers, Wizards, who we play tomorrow, and the Knicks. The teams that surprise me right now: Philadelphia at 9, Bulls 11, and Brooklyn kind of, despite all the dramatic storylines over there, at 12. So right now, this is a perfect example of the season just started. Don't panic,
Yeah.
but we are 15 games in, and I'm thinking that this team is due for some trades by February. What do you think about that?
As a Heat fan, yes, I don't like the way we've started. I wanted there to be moves last off season. I was hoping, for a big fish, if not a big fish, a little fish, but we ended up with nothing, and now we might end up with Jay Crowder, which might not even happen. So, in terms of roster, I think a move needs to be made. But we've known Pat Riley to kind of trust himself in a lot of these situations. If he believes in something, he's gonna stick with it. And he believes in Bimmy and Jam and Bimmy, Jimmy and Bam. It's clear that he believes in that. He could have blown those guys up last year or the year before, but it was very clear that he thinks that we can win a championship with those two guys, and we just need to get the right pieces. We need to get the right, the Bobby Portis type guys, the PJ Tucker type guys who can just elevate a team from being really good to a championship contender. And with the rapid development of Max Strus, not only is that another shooter on our team, but that decreases the value of Duncan Robinson for us personally, on
Right,
our end.
right.
League wide, he's still a shooter. Like the Lakers would, give their left arm to have Duncan Robinson on their team. He's still an elite shooter with a
That's
great.
a hot take right there.
I
After
mean,
seeing how he plays right now.
yeah. I mean, I think the league around the league knows that Duncan is a sniper. I think
hmm
the way we are using him isn't just kind of putting him in the corner, let him do his thing. We're moving him. He's getting off the ball dribbles, like throwing lobs to Bam off the dribble.
Yeah.
Like that's what Max has done that Duncan hasn't been able to do at the same level Max has. But if you're looking for a guy who can just sit there, stand, and like catch high, keep high, like low maintenance, the Lakers would kill for that. But
right. I mean, I saw on Twitter last night the Jay Crowder talks were back slightly, and a trade was almost done between 3 teams. So I'm wondering if Miami was part of that or not, because I saw a rumor from I forgot who, but they weren't verified, so I don't really believe them. But they believe that Duncan Robinson is being played more to try to raise up his value for a trade. So that we gotta see, but I do hope by February we make one move that I think could be for 4, unless we see how Jovic, unless Jovic keeps starting at 4 like he did last game. Speaking of, last night was his debut of a starting 4, or he played the starting 4 before also. I don't remember.
He's played the starting 4 before.
He played starting 4. Well, last night he unexpectedly started at the 4 and 11 points in like 7 minutes. That was a pretty happy sighting for me to watch. He made threes. He really moved the ball. He really helped with spacing. I mean, it was just, to me, I remember one game, but I want to see Jovic more at the 4 and Martin possibly off the bench.
Ooh, interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
That's just me though, but
yeah. I could see that. I see it more Jokic kind of playing the 5. Jovic, sorry.
Yes.
Jovic, not Jokic, I wish, but Jovic if he was to be in the rotation, I see him as our like backup 5, small ball 5 with Martin at the 4, you know. And I think that team, that lineup is tough to guard, move quickly. I think Jovic is pretty competent with the ball, with the pick and pop, but at the 4 with him and Bam, it could be really, really interesting. Defensively, I thought Jovic did a really good job last night. The Raptors were kind of targeting Dedmon the entire time. There were several plays where they'd run a screen.
They definitely did.
Dedmon would be in drop coverage and either get completely shifted to the right, blown by, or like he looked just like had no man's land and let both guys, his guy and the screener, be open.
Right.
And I think that's an area where Jovic did a lot better. He went straight up and down. That's some Brady Hawk of 5 Reasons Sports had a nice thread on it where he showed that Jovic was really effective in the drop coverage, where he moves a bit quicker. He's not as long. And, you think when you're playing drop, you want to disrupt the passing lanes, get your hands up there. But I think he does that. Dedmon just doesn't. He doesn't move his feet well. He doesn't move his arm well. Yeah, he has the size. He's not really a lob threat on the offensive side either. It's a bit of dead weight, and that might be Yurt 7's injury. That's why we have Dedmon in there. But I think it's good to know that we have options, right? Yes. We're not like stuck on this one guy to play our 4. We have options and we have moves to be made. So I don't think this is the final iteration of this team, but I do like Jovic's production. I do see him being part of the rotation. Or maybe it's a situation where we're just playing him to boost his value and then dump him. Who knows? But I think right now it's going really well for us.
Yeah, it is. And I hope tomorrow we see Jovic possibly at the 4 again, because I want to see more from him, because he's only 19 and he reads the game so well. Really, I was impressed.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of like Eric Spoelstra values, because there was a play last night where you see like he catches it on the roll, he pump fakes. It's a wide open layup. Caleb Martin too had a wide open layup. I think he traveled on it, but instead of looking for the wide open layup, he kicks it out to the 3. I think that's just what the game plan has been for the Heat since they got Bam. Guys who can draw attention to the middle but kick it out and move the ball well. Now we got shooting.
Right.
That's just kind of
but that play kind of made me upset, because that gave me like Ben Simmons vibes. He was right there. He could have a little floater right there, but no. Kick it up for a possible 3-pointer that they could easily miss or make. You never know. But if you're right there, either draw the foul or float up in the hoop. Come on, man. That part really gave me Ben Simmons vibes and pissed me off, especially when he traveled.
Oh man,
Anyways, I want to give you guys a quick update on Yurt. It was announced yesterday or a couple days ago that he's gonna be out 3 months or possibly for the rest of the season because he got surgery on his ankle because of a bone spur. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know what a bone spur is, but he got surgery on that, so he'll be out for quite some time. So right now, our only bigs are Demon, Haslam, even Jovic, Bam, and Highsmith possibly. But after this this news on Yurtsevin, I saw there are rumors also about us looking or possible replacements for him, such as DeMarcus Cousins, or I don't want to say his name, but Hassan Whiteside. Sorry for my language. But right now, I want to see how this team does at the 5 and the 4, and then if our record shows the same way as now, or possibly like if we're not where we want to be by January, I do want to see a trade done for the 4, or maybe the 5. You never know. But anyways, we are on this current road trip right now. We have tomorrow the Wizards, and then we are at Cleveland on the 20th. So tomorrow's Wizards game, how do you feel about that one with Bradley Beal and all that?
I feel very confident. I know the Wizards give us trouble a lot of times. I think their size gets to us. Gafford has always been kind of a tough matchup for the Heat, especially if do we know what Bam's status is for tomorrow?
Bam is Bam didn't travel to Toronto. He stayed in Miami, but
he's probably not gonna. Yeah.
But as of right now, knowing the Heat, he's probably going to be either out or questionable. As far as his status for sure, the update we'll find out either tonight or we'll find out tomorrow. Tonight, the earliest. So you guys will see it on my story for sure. Don't worry about that. And yeah, the Wizards are 7th place, 8 for 7. We're 7 for 8. But at home they are 5 and 4. So it gives me some hope for tomorrow's game. Even though we are 1 and 4 away, which does not sound promising, but with this team, you never know. The way we played against Toronto in the first half, if we can replicate that for the whole entire game tomorrow, we should be cake.
Yeah, 100%. I
think. Yeah, go ahead.
Tomorrow's going to be a game. The Wizards, I would say, are a bit more offensively inclined than the Raptors. Numbers, right? Like the Raptors and Heat are both defensive teams.
Right.
They're going to play smash mouth basketball. It's going to be kind of ugly. But when you play a team like the Wizards, they got scorers on their team. Kyle Kuzma's been playing really well this season. Bradley Beal, obviously.
Yeah, how about Kuzma?
Yeah, Kuzma's. Yeah. And what I don't think can happen, that happened in this game, that can happen next game, Jimmy Butler cannot take 8 shots. And Jimmy Butler cannot have 4 turnovers.
That was
Jimmy
ridiculous.
Butler, I know he has this whole thing where he's like, I'm too good to score. I like to feed my teammates. I'm at that stage in my career where, I can go get a bucket anytime, but I don't feel like it. Like that shit kind of pisses me off sometimes where it's like, then do it, dude. We know you've done it in the playoffs.
Exactly.
Like we've seen you do it. Just do it. We have I know it's a meaningless game, but 8 shots where I think Caleb Martin, Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, Kyle Lowry, I think they all took more shots than Jimmy Butler did. Mm-hmm. That is without Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo. That's without our 2 biggest scorers, our 2 most our offensive hubs out of the game. You'd expect Jimmy to put up 10 shots. Give me 10 shots, let alone 4 turnovers. And getting to the line at least a little bit more. Give me a little bit of sauce, a little bit of juice. But I don't know. I think maybe last night the attention was on Kyle. Maybe because it was against the Raptors back in Toronto. I think Jimmy was kind of letting Kyle have the show. If you want to win this game, it's on you. Maybe they have those type of discussions. I don't think they do. I think it's just go hoop whoever can hoop. Whoever's hooping that night, go for it. But 8 shots is ridiculous. You can go 5 for 15, 4 for 15. I'd like 15 shots more than 8. I think that's ridiculous, especially with the amount of second chance points they got.
Oh my God.
We need to put the ball up in the air.
Yeah, that part killed me, especially, 13 points in 38 minutes. Jimmy Buckets did not live up to his nickname at all.
Come on, man.
Like there were times where he was trying to draw fouls, but those refs didn't fall for it. Let me tell you. If you're playing home in Miami, he would get all the whistles he wanted. But last game, he just didn't. It was not his game.
Not his game.
I mean, Strus scored 15 points in one quarter alone.
Yeah.
In second or third quarter. So if Strus can go off like that, come on, Butler. Caleb Martin was decent with 14 points. Jovic 13, but 11 only in the first quarter, so he didn't score much after the first quarter. Laurie with 19 in 36 minutes. Vincent 16, and Dwayne Dedmon. I know he has moments, but he gave us 9 points in like 10 minutes, so that was okay. But in just 60 minutes, 9 points for Dedmon. I know we trashed him a lot with his just how he plays, but if you have no other option for backup five, just play him in and pray he doesn't draw like fouls like crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, do you have any thoughts on possible trade scenarios that could be done by February?
Oof. I've been seeing some things on the Bleacher Reports and the House of Highlights of this world where they have these crazy 3-team massive blockbuster deals where Kevin Durant ends up somewhere. But in reality, I don't think any of that is going to happen. I think it's more for like a John Collins, Jay Crowder. Who else? Who else is like a 4 that maybe someone in Indiana, Miles Turner.
Miles Turner, yeah, he's a strong candidate that we've always wanted.
That I don't even think we have enough for because I think the Lakers have that first priority locked away because if they have a better deal, honestly. Because I saw actually a photo of Rob Pelinka boarding a plane to Indianapolis. I was like, okay, so something's going on there. Rob Pelinka is not visiting Indianapolis for a vacation, like he's going there to get work done. So I think Miles and Buddy and those guys, Lakers have first crack at it. Honestly, Jay Crowder would be sick. I loved him when he was playing for us. That was damn near 3 years ago now. But, I think that would be a welcome addition. I don't even know if he would start. Honestly, I think he was pissed off the Suns because he wasn't starting because of Cameron Johnson. But now I really like Caleb. And I think Caleb's production is what might hold back our team from just shooting from the hip and making a trade deal immediately. I think the production we're getting out of him and Jovic and some of the younger guys have been pretty good. So I don't see anything immediate. I think Jay Crowder is the most likely option that we have. I would like to go be aggressive for like a John Collins, someone who can spread the floor and play good defense, which is the most valuable type of player in the league. So it might be hard to come by.
I mean, right now, like you said, I do believe Jay Crowder is our only possible option, especially, via trade. That'd be tougher. But which is why I've been seeing on Twitter also a couple weeks ago that the easiest way to get him is via buyout.
Yeah.
If he gets bought out, he could easily just walk to Miami. And if you notice all summer, he's been reacting to some comments, tweets on Twitter with stuff related to the Heat.
Yeah.
I do believe he wants to be Miami, and no matter how many fans don't want him here, he to me is a decent starting 4 caliber for a team like us struggling. And the way he was with us in the bubble, his leadership, even his 3-point skills, his IQ. He's better than, no offense to Caleb, he's better than what we have right now.
I agree.
So I would not hate a move for Crowder, even if it's just for the season alone, just to see what we could do with him, and then see if we do any other moves next summer.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm looking at this this website. They have some trade proposals. I'm going to run it by you. You tell me whether or not you would want to do it.
Go for it.
All right. Heat get PJ Washington. The Hornets get 2027 first-round pick and Nikola Jovic.
Okay, pull up his stats. PJ Washington, his stats. Because to me, it's all about stats.
I think PJ Washington is definitely more of a defensive player. larger, can kind of spread the floor. Let's see. I'm going to the stats right now. So he's averaging 15 points a game, 5 rebounds. I would love to see what he's shooting from. So 2023, he's shooting 43% from the field, 33% from 3 on 5 attempts a game. Not bad. Not bad, honestly. I think 5 attempts is pretty good for a guy his size. I guess he would start for us if that was to happen.
So right now, since we have apparently 11, 12 viewers, I want to see if they're actually watching and hearing us, and I want to see what their thoughts are in the comments below. So all you viewers out there, if you guys think PJ Washington for Jovic and a 2027 first round pick is good, comment down below your thoughts on that as we go through these trade proposals. Nikola Jovic, a 2027 first round pick for PJ Washington. So if you're watching and want to give your thoughts, comment below. We're here for it until 3 o'clock. So
I also
PJ Washington to Miami for Jovic, who's a 19-year-old rookie, and a 2027 first round pick. That's not until a few years away, and we are always in a win now mood.
Exactly.
So I would do that. Yes, that's me. If anyone's watching, I want to comment below your thoughts on Washington to Miami for Jovic and a first round pick from 2027. Let me know below. But I would do that.
I would agree. I think that makes our team better. I don't know if it's the piece that pushes us over, but I do agree it makes us a better team for this year.
I'll make a poll on my story too. Crowder or Washington? See who they want the most on my story.
I like that. I like that.
Do that.
What about this this next trade idea? All right. The Heat get Mo Bamba.
Okay.
All right. 2027 first round pick swap. Jovic and the boy Duncan Robinson.
Whew.
For Mo Bamba.
Honestly, if it was for Bobo, I would have said yes right away.
Bobo's
but
different.
Mo Bamba, I haven't seen him play as much as I've seen stats for Bobo. Or Wait, this is not random, but it's from Orlando. How about? He hasn't played in years, but how about Jonathan Isaac?
Jonathan Isaac.
What about him?
Incredible. He would be ideal. I think he is supposed to be when he's ready to be a big deal because he is defensively a fucking dog and also can shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Isaac was 100%.
So Isaac or Mo Bamba, but if we get Mo Bamba, who will be at the 5? Bam or Bamba? Bamba and Bam at the 4. That'll be wow.
Bam at the 4 is very, very interesting. I don't think the Heat like that. I think Bamba at the 5 defensively, he's getting lost. He's getting the Dwayne Dedmon treatment.
Mm-hmm.
But with Bam there to support, it could be a little bit easier. I don't like it. I am still a dunk rider. I love Duncan. That's just my bias. I think he provides value to a lot of teams. I think his size and his ability to shoot. He didn't just get $90 million for one good year. It's
exactly.
He was 27 years old when he got that deal. He's a shooter. I promise you. It's just our situation is not necessarily conducive for him. He can't put up 12 threes a game on our team. But if he does that on the Magic, he's going to put up 15 points a game. I know that.
It depends how they use him because every team uses their own players differently.
Definitely. All right.
Go ahead.
I have to bounce at 3, so I want to run the last 2 trade ideas by you.
Go for it. Actually, no, do one more, and then I'll just
close it out.
Close it out.
All right. So between these 2, I'll do the fun one that I'm
Go
seeing.
for it.
The Heat get Patrick Beverley again.
Right.
The Heat get a 2026 first round pick. The Heat get Russell Westbrook.
Wait, so Patrick Beverley and Westbrook?
Patrick Beverley, Westbrook, and a 2022 first round pick for Kyle Lowry, Duncan Robinson, and Nikola Jovic.
Duncan Robinson, Kyle Lowry, and Nikola Jovic for Beverly, Westbrook, and a pick from what year?
2026. So that pick could be pretty valuable considering, if LeBron leaves and the Lakers get shit. I mean, they already are, but 2026 could be when the Lakers kind of blow it up.
Right. That one is making my brain work right now. Overload. Patrick Beverly and Westbrook, to me, are two completely different playable players. Westbrook, though, as a starter compared to him as a sixth man, is what's giving me an issue with this. Because in the Lakers, as a sixth man, he's looking good. But as a starter, he's doing the opposite. Patrick Beverly is only putting up 5 points a game as either a starter, I think he's a starter for the Lakers, or off the bench. He's only putting up 5 points for them. So, but the fact that he used to be a Heat player a while ago, but I haven't seen him play much in the Heat jersey. But for Kyle Lowry, Duncan, and Jovic, I don't. That's a tough one. I mean, for now I wouldn't do it. That's me. I would not do it for now.
I like
because Kyle Lowry, we know he can bring to the table. Duncan, he has his games, but on a good night, he can give you 30 points on a good night with threes. And Jovic, he's a rookie. He played really well last game. He has still a lot to learn, but with the team full of veterans like Hazem, Butler, Lowry, Bam now, I still have some hope for Jovic, even though he's a rookie. So that I would not do. Call me crazy, but no.
I 100% agree. I'm not 100%. I could go either way, but look, at the end of the day, it's the Miami Heat. Jimmy Butler's can't shoot threes, respectfully.
Yeah.
Bam Adebayo can't shoot threes, not respectfully. We can't have Russell Westbrook be our starting point guard in that situation.
No way.
The teams could literally put 4 guys in the paint and immediately eliminate our offensive game. Our half-court offense was already atrocious. And imagine just Tyler sitting on the 3 and then everyone else just clogged in the middle. It's not beautiful. I don't like it. I like the pick. I don't like it.
Although the one thing I like about it is Patrick Beverly, because the one thing that comes to my mind when I say the name Patrick Beverly is his crazy defense and dog mentality. Those two things strike me. But with Westbrook in the trade, I gotta say no.
You gotta say no.
That's me. No. But if there's some way we can get Patrick Beverly itself with a pick, depends who from our team. That's something I would sit on for now. But if it's Westbrook, I would not do it.
Fair enough. We can discuss more ideas next week.
Yes, we can. All right, guys. So tomorrow's game is Heat at the Wizards at 7 p.m. The Heat are currently 7 for 8. Awesome start. The Wizards are 8 for 7, 5-4 at home. We are 1-4 away. So tomorrow's be another either blowout or a close game or third quarter moment. Who knows with this team? But tomorrow 7 p.m. only on Bally Sports Sun. I'm your host, Jamie Kaziva, Heat Culture. This is Sahil Morali, a newest team member to Heat Culture, hopefully for the near future and so on. This is The Flame. Peace out. Episode 2.
See you, everyone.